This is part 2 of me working on this painting. If you want to see part 1, there's a link in the description of how I got to this point. So sometimes when I get to a stopping point, in this case it would be part 1, I'm usually excited about some things that are happening before I let it dry and work on it, say the next day or whenever the next painting session is. In this case, I felt like I was in a bit of a nosedive when I stopped. There are some things that I like about it, but overall it looks like kind of a mess to me. So I'm going to see if I can pull myself out of it and get something made here. It's going to go from the non-objective, intuitive feeling that I did on this first layer, where you're just playing, you're not thinking of an outcome. But I kind of tend to do some outcomes, meaning it will turn into a more objective painting with abstract elements. So I'm going to see what I can do here. I'm either a hero or a fool, right? Here we go. So for some reason, I'm still kind of going by my instincts. I wanted to lessen some of the small little bitty shapes that are going on here and kind of block in some larger shapes, reestablish some larger shapes. So I mixed up a pink, not super bright, it's slightly dulled down with some other colors. You don't have to use your paint straight out of the tube, the color. You can adjust it. I dulled this down slightly. I'm leaving some of the previous showing through. Again, I have texture on here, so if you kind of semi-dry brush over the top, some of the previous will still show through, which I like. One thing I did like that I did previously was this shape down here in the corner. I'm going to, at least for now, outline it. And I started thinking about pink and black when I finished with this first layer. I was thinking, what do I want to do? And I'm not sure why, but pink and black seemed like the thing to do. Probably because I had some pink and black in here. I was going to push it just a little further. Sort of seeing something I like here. It might work out. Let's see. Ooh, nice, messy kind of avocado color. Well, I like that. It does look good with that right there. Of course, I didn't mix enough. Let's see if I can do it again. It'll be different. What do we have here? I don't know if you see anything yet, but I'm just working on something. Wow. All right, I'm going to work on a shape here. Oh, that's not going to work. I'm going to make a real mess here and switch that to black. Let's see what I can do. Get my little shape carved out a little better here. Let's see. That is a wild looking thing. Way loose. But this is the only way I get there, is if I just go for it. Oh. Can you see what's happening over right here? I did this in the first layer. It's a little buffalo shape in this primitive style that I like to do. So I'm just kind of strengthening it with some black on my stick. It's one of these things where you look at this painting, you won't notice this primarily. You'll notice it maybe secondarily right here. A little more scratching. That looks pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it breaking up that color. Mixing in something to go with the black. A little definition is going to help show what this is, so I'm just dragging some white with my stick. You can see I'm not worried about perfection. I want to keep this really, really funky. But have enough going on where you can see what it is. I don't know if you can see it or not. So what I like right now is I like this green color that I mix, especially right up in here. I like it's a little bit of a gradient. I had more than one color on my brush as I brushed through this, which I love doing that. And that way it kind of went down as a gradient, which you see, you'll see that when you look at it close, not as much from further away. Seems like I need some mystery shapes here. This is a little bit of an outlier, but I still kind of like it, so we'll leave it in for now. So when I'm doing this type of a figure, kind of a cave painting thing, or I don't usually put eyeballs in my animals, but in keeping with the primitive theme, I have this signature thing that I do. It's like war paint on a horse, on a war horse. I do that. Scratch through some of the wet. Gives a little motion look, a little active. When in doubt, just start scribbling. This back here goes out of definition. It's an incomplete horse, but he's going off the edge, so that's cool. I'm going to step back and take a look, see what it looks like from behind here. Very exaggerated horse. Might make him a little more powerful here and a little more powerful here. I don't mind exaggerating, but I like it to look how I want it to look. Maybe give him a little more going on up here. He's kind of big right here, so I'm upsizing a little bit over here. Just because I can. That is what happens when you step back. I'm doing most of this painting up close. And, you know, for the sake of the video, I want to keep moving along, but stepping back is the most valuable thing. I'm going to step back one more time. So that is a funky wild horse. See if I can square it up with the camera a little more. It's a 24 by 24 canvas. Again, I will take a look at this at a later time, whether it's later today or tomorrow, and see what I want to do to it. I'm sure there'll be some finishing touches involved. But anyway, this is part 2, the end of part 2. And we'll see. I'll probably have a part 3. There's usually a finishing touch of something that I want to adjust. And check out part 1 there's a link in the description. And we'll see you in the next video.